Seeing what is going on in the Discord. All right. Hi, everyone. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Heponwana, and I am going to be playing Mr. Platformer. However, this is mid-game. Really interesting part of Mr. Platformer is the only way to restart a run is you have to close the game out, and you pretty much have to delete all the save files for it, and then we open it up again. And so here we have Mr. Platformer. This is a really cool retro-inspired game by Terry Cavanagh. You might know that name from VVVVVV, another real cool retro-inspired, very popular game. This one, only, I believe, 3 runners, last I checked. It's very much in the feeling of Intellivision and Atari 2600. Not quite as bright and colorful as like ZX Spectrum, but still in that good feel of all those old games. So what we're going to do is time will start as soon as I move. And so I'll let you know when that's going to happen, and I'll start my timer. But this game has 3 categories. Full game is the longest one. There are 40 different stages throughout the whole of the game. And one final conclusion stage. We need to play through all 40 of them. We are going to die a lot, and the game might crash. If the game crashes, good news, it auto-saves, so you can just pop right back into it, because the game is a little unstable. It is a free game, so that kind of happens with free games. Can't complain if there's an awesome free game. So, anyways, we are going to get started in about 3, a 2, a 1, go. So, this game has a little map screen that comes up, and we are going to go through the 40 stages, which there are 4 types of biomes here, or 4 environments, whatever you want to call them. There is the water one, there is a kind of pitfall-inspired one, which we're about to see right here. In fact, it's like Pitfall, except you could climb the vine up so you could go jump across before it swings back around. You might remember I said 40 stages. There are not 40 stages on this map screen. It means we're going to have to play through quite a few times. We're going to see a total of the 4 different biomes. Each one ends when we hit the bell, each stage. And we have 4 lives. That's what those hearts are in the upper corner. This game has no jump control, so when you jump, you can move left and right, but you cannot adjust the height of your jump. It is all or nothing. So it is going to just be all or nothing. So here we go. We're going to start seeing levels getting trickier with each round. I decided to play that a little safe. There's also stars down there and pellets. Stars and pellets are worth points. Guess what? We don't need those points. We're not here for points. We're not here to show off like that. We're here to just beat this game as quick as possible. Also, there is no real way to track high score. So the other categories, I did mention there are 3 categories, and this is the longest one. Well, the other categories include things like completing all of the screens or all of the levels on the map that you see when we go to the map screen, so a full board. Oh, and game is crashing, so we will just pop it back up. That's the fun of this game. It actually doesn't hurt this category if it crashes. The other categories, it does hurt because, well, clearing a full board, if the game crashes, you are going to have no full board cleared. You're going to have a restart. The other category is getting to the end of one screen, which just means going over, going up, and the final screen is the upper right one. There's that bell. That is the clear screen for the run. So now we got fishies. I haven't even touched one of the biomes yet, which is going to make for weirdness. So everything is played out in no RNG. Everything's on cycles, except for your map screen. And I just had it crash again, but that's all well and good. Like I said, the crashes are not a problem because it helps us refresh our board, because we're going to need to clear a lot of these boards in a hurry. Forgot where I was. So there you see a death. Wow, there you see two deaths. Let's try to avoid those. You'll notice the drops where I died, though, do not come back, which is an interesting thing on this game, is you cannot, you typically cannot be killed by the same enemy twice. I mentioned RNG. The stages have no RNG on them. The map, though, is totally RNG. The map can be whatever way it wants, but a purple stage, this will always be the first purple stage. The second one, I am automatically knowing how to do it, because this is the second one. Oh, I forgot that was my last life. So purple stages you typically want extra lives on, because you will death abuse to go back to the start. Forgot what one I was on entirely. You will death abuse go back to the start with the key, and that is how you get through those as quick as possible. Some of these stages are a lot more mazy. Like, for example, these water ones and the purple dungeon ones do get very maze-centric, might be a good word for it. Ideally, we want to be clearing stages in a better ratio of what ones we have done and what ones we have not done of different colors, because we're going to have a problem if we have, let's say, 5 of one stage type we haven't done and we finished all the others. So hopefully this will balance out, but those early game crashes might have set things up a little weird with these ones, the factory. So that's what I meant to do earlier. Grab that key, death, go back to checkpoint, use the key, and get out of there in a hurry. So you'll notice these water stages, the more we go through, the more convoluted. Also, they have everyone's favorite, the purple seaweed from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And when I say everyone's favorite, I mean no one's favorite. Nobody likes that stuff. Also, you'll notice there's a breath meter. That's those little white circles. You'll never run out of breath. You never will. If you were watching me yesterday with Deliver Us the Moon, it's just like that game in every way. You never run out of breath. Ooh, and there goes one more of those crashes. Luckily, crashes are part of the experience. If you want to run this game and you play through, if it crashes, your run is perfectly valid. Unfortunately, I'm getting a lot of the water stages because of those crashes. We're going to play a little safe on this one. Like I said, your jumps are all or nothing, and makes these crabs very problematic. If you could do like little baby jumps, it'd be so much easier with those crabs, but because we can't do baby jumps, we just gotta keep going. So you might have noticed in the upper right, there's a bell. That bell is going to be our final level we need to get to, but we are going to avoid every bell stage until the very end. If you get the bell ahead of the end of the run, all you will do, this stage, marathon safety, I'm going to take it just a touch slow there. If you go the bell before the very end, before you've cleared all 40 stages, you end up getting just a reset of the board. Oh, forgot, want to go this way. This game, yeah, released last year, free game on itch. The hitboxes are very wonky here, so I'm going to try to not die. This one I always have some issues with, because the hitboxes, you will hit the ceiling. It's a good game. There is a little room for more polish. This was actually Terry Cavanagh was trying to create games in Godot. This was after Unity had their PR nightmare last year. So Terry Cavanagh was tried making a game in Godot, and this is what he made. Honestly, it's a very impressive game for just being a quick little free game. Avoid these hourglasses of doom. Go up here, grab this key, and there we go. We cannot do another one of the purple stages until we get through or get in our life, so we will have to reset before we do a purple stage. And we'll have to reset there because I went slightly off cycle. And we're going through another water stage, which is bad news because we're actually on water stage 9 out of 10. There's only one more water stage. And that means, barely lost out on that cycle. That means we're going to have issues coming up on the map with water stages. And I'll show you what those look like when we want to be careful. Swim control also is very all or nothing, so that's a little dicey of an area, but you'll see coming up that ladder is a lie. It just goes points. We're going to have water stages become a small time waste. So you're probably wondering, after you clear all of them, what else is there to do? Well, the map is still going to have water stages, and that's going to be a problem. Also, we're going to blindly fall here, which, if your cycle is off any, you will fall onto those hourglasses, and that's no good. So this one, as long as we move fast on the right cycle, we will beat those electric doors, and that is all you really want to see. One of these purple stages, we're actually going to want 2 extra lives. It's going to be a very death-heavy one. Going to just take a slightly alternative route. There is a quicker route, but you've got to be perfect, like essentially frame perfect with those hourglasses. So, this one I call the speedrun level. The only challenge is, like I said, jump control. So don't get to the very end and jump, or you're going to fall in the pit. I love that stage. It is all about speedrunning. Just keep going as fast as you can. Yeah, as somebody pointed out, the Intellivision font. I love that font. I grew up with, barely missed that jump, and that threw me off right there. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, nope. Well, at least our scorpion friend was gone, so every once in a while, if you do take a death, you just roll with the punches. This is a bit tricky because your hitbox is really not good, and these guys are really hard with their very speediness and your limited jump control, because all or nothing jumping makes that a touch tricky. One thing I love is the variety of every stage has a few unique tricks to it. So like these red stages, sometimes they're going, whoa, okay, that was not quite what I intended. But these red stages, sometimes it's going left to right, sometimes it's going up, and we will actually have the ultimate trick from one of them coming up where we are going to go to the left, because this game pulls out all of the unique old school tricks that, you know, when you're first playing these games as a kid, well, at least for me. Here's the last water stage. I should probably talk about this real quick. The last stage of each type is glitched. It's an intentional glitch fest. So if you were a kid back in the 80s and played this type of game, you would know, like, you don't put the cartridge in all the way, you play the game too long, you'll notice the water turned gray on the remaining water stage. We'll take the intentional death right there. 11 stages remain. But you'll notice, like, all the water ones turn gray. So as a kid, something that would happen is you play a game too long, or you put the cartridge slightly wrong, it'd start glitching on you. And that is so much what this is hearkening back to. So this one, I love this stage. It is the only real maze in the pitfall area, and it's such a great maze. You could get lost in that stage for far longer than you would think with the size of these stages. This one, I am going to play it just a little safe. There is a slightly quicker way of some extra death abuse, but I am going to skip that because it requires an extra life beyond what I have, and it's not worth it right now. And now, guess what? We're at the last of the forest stages, the last pitfall stage. And these are... you can't really tell what is solid and what isn't, so it throws me off even. Like, I've played this game more times than probably anyone, but that stage still throws me off because the visual stimulation of all of it is a lot. This is the one and only red stage where we need an extra life. So luckily, we came here with that life. We'll play a little safe right there. And then up we go. We're going to wait for this rope. If you go too soon, you do regret it. And there we go. We got the key. And that's it. And now we will go ahead and show you what a water stage looks like after you've beaten it. These things eat up your time. It's 2 to 3 screens depending on which biome. And here is the ultimate trick of the red stages. We go left. I mean, what'll they think of next? So amazing, these brand new video games. This is the last one of these. We're going to have several of the purple stages coming up. This is very tricky because your jump control is a bit weird and you don't exactly know where you were running on top of the world like that. And we will take that death because we need to get through 4 of these factory stages, 4 purple stages. We have exactly 4 here. We're going to try and see how safely we could do this. We take 1 death coming up. First we jump over there, take a death here. We need 3 keys to get out of here. And there we go. They keep this very, very... well, the purple stages, they keep you on your toes. Luckily, only 2 screens for green biome, so pitfall biome is the one you want to get extra of. And we're going to use our last extra life here, so we're going to have to do 1 more reset. You cannot get ahead of this. And it is quicker to take the death and reset the run again than to try to recover, because to move through the mines or mazes of those purple levels is... actually, that was poorly done. That one, I did not need a reset. My bad. We're just going to lose a tiny bit of time there, but all is fine. Alright, this one I forgot. It literally was you could just run back to the right. That one always slips my mind because it's the only final level that is not challenging. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. This... so I barely got through something back there. There is actually no floor for some of that, and it's easy to fall down those conveyor belts on the left. And so we just need to get through 2 forests, and then we're going to climb the bell tower, and it will be time. So you'll see the bell tower, which we would have seen a lot of times, but it doesn't serve a purpose until you are done with the game. Don't want to clip things. We want to do ladder jumps, and time is coming up at the bell on the next screen, and time... oh, I hit time a second early. But there is time. This game, it is free on itch. It can be played in a browser. It can also be downloaded. there are only 3 runners for it, so if you want a really accessible, as in it is free, really accessible, easy to get into speedrunning game, this is it. And now that we're done with the game, it's just an endless, soundless nothing. It is such a cool game because it really does throw back to all of those retro things and works out as a perfect speedrun event game to happen after ZX games because keep that good nostalgia going. But I'll be up next with Island, which is a Playdate game. So that'll be more retro inspired, but from the modern day. So I'll let them just fade me out, and I will be back after we get things cropped and set up. Much love.